بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد. The Shaykh is making dua that Allah Azza wa Jal will accept from us. This is the last night of the nights of this blessed month of Ramadan. To reach Ramadan was a great bounty from Allah. No one understands it except those who are successful. Yesterday we were looking forward to see it, and we enjoyed it, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, through the days. Minutes of it passed by very quickly, like lightning. We hope that we have left Ramadan with a beautiful, bright paper full of the goodness. We learned from it the power of control yourself and to push yourself to goodness. We hope that the Day of Judgment that we see the interpretation of this hadith, that's the fasting and the Quran, they intercede for their servant at the Day of Judgment. The fasting will say, "Oh Allah, I stopped the food for him, so let me intercede on his behalf." And the Quran will say, "I stopped him from night sleep, so let me intercede." Allah Azza wa Jal will accept their intercession. We have mentioned several times that the intercession to Allah Azza wa Jal will not happen except with His permission, and for whomever He is pleased with. Who is going to intercede in front of Him without His permission? They cannot intercede except for those that He has accepted, those that He is satisfied with. How many angels in the heavens? Their intercession will not benefit no one, except if Allah permits to whomever He wish and He is satisfied. How many angels in the heavens? Their intercession does not mean anything, except after Allah allows to whomever He wishes and He is satisfied. This is the action of those who are successful, but those who follow their own desires and start wishing Allah all possible wishes, and he was so deceived by Allah's mercy, and he left Ramadan with no good deed for him, and he keeps saying that he has the good intention, good expectation from Allah. If he did, then he would have did good with his deeds. So whomever spent the month and he slept all day and played all night, and he have no glorification for this month, then he need to cry for what he has wasted and try to get as much as he can from whatever is happening. And let's not be among those that Jibreel said about them. And the Prophet said that he came to him and he told him how many people can reach Ramadan and Allah throw them away or push them away. Say Ameen. And the Prophet said Ameen. Our files, it's going to be folded soon. All for our folders will be booked or shelves, so it will testify for the good, for His goodness, and for those who do wrong with whatever they have done wrong. Ramadan is about to leave us shortly. It is our duty to say, "Oh, who you are leaving," and all the beautiful patience is following him. Is there any way we could meet you again? we have learned a lot during Ramadan. We also practice on so many things, on fasting. So make sure that the last thing you do with fasting in this month, remember, after Ramadan immediately there is 6 days of Shawwal. Whomever fasted Ramadan and followed with 6 days of Shawwal, as if he had fasted the whole year. And it's very close, because every good deed with 10 multiplied by 10. So whomever fasted Ramadan and followed it with 6, as if he has fasted the whole year. And my advice is do it very quickly. Your body is still used to it. You still feel like you're still fasting. But the next day after Ramadan, you follow to the 6 days Shawwal, it will pass by very quickly and be easy. What's that? Hello? Say that again. Hello? And all the pain that you went with the fasting, all of it is gone. The sun will sunset on everybody. Today it passes over everybody. There is no difference between the sun set over everybody, and the day is over for everyone. But the days are treasures that we keep, all our deeds, that we hope that we see it at the day of judgment. A very important issue that we talked about, and we need to remind each other for it, that we ask Allah Azza wa Jal the acceptance, and we cannot be certain of the acceptance. So we're always fluctuating between the hope and the fear. We seek Allah's mercy and we fear of His reply. We ask the acceptance and we are afraid of His reply. Our mother Aisha was asking, are they the one who drink the alcohol and the seal? He said, no, that's daughter of the Siddiq. They are the one that fast and they pray, but they are afraid that it will not be accepted from him. These are the ones who rush into the good deeds, and they are the ones who are going to be first in paradise. And Ibn Umar said, if I knew Allah Azza wa Jal accepted from me 2 rak'ahs, I would have asked Allah to take my soul immediately, because I know Allah said that indeed Allah accepts from those who are pious, those who fear Him, who are God conscious. My dear brother, Allah Azza wa Jal did not allow a time frame where the person's deeds could stop, and nothing can stop you except death. Allah said, you worship your Lord until you reach death. And the Shaykh was reciting all the ayat that indicate about you will meet Allah Azza wa Jal, and you to take care of your deeds. And what you leave that from good charity, continuous charity, or a son that's ask Allah to make dua for you, make sure you compete in goodness. Al-Hasan al-Basri says, whomever compete with you in his religion, compete with him. Whomever compete with you in this life, let him take it. And for the scholars used to say, if you are able that no one beat you to Allah, then go for it. Shamsuddin Aturkastani, he used to say, everything I receive from the if I learned something that someone worship Allah Azza wa Jalla in a certain way, I would have made equal of it, or I will add to it. Abu Muslim Khawlani has a beautiful verse. He said, do the people, the companions of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, do they think that he will take him without us? We will fight him over, so they will know that they have men who stand behind them. Do they think the companions of Muhammad that he said, no, indeed, we will compete with them until they know that they have men behind them. Ibn Umar used to say that for these hearts they have waves of energetic faith and some of laziness. So if you find yourself in energy, go ahead and increase. If you find yourself tired, then make sure you don't leave any further whatsoever. Don't forget, my dear brother, whatever you learn, everything you learn in Ramadan, or from all the characters build up, don't waste it after Ramadan. Don't be like the one who unfolded her ghazal after she done it strongly. A foolish woman, she used to sew all day. At the end of the night, she takes it back as thread. So it became an example that's always happening. Allah said also not to waste your deed with men, with showing off to people or to hurt them. To remind everybody about what we discussed in Fajr, one of the things we discussed is the virtues of Eid prayer. We will verify inshallah shortly about whether this is a moon or California. So inshallah, if we break our fast tomorrow, we make the takbir. I will continue the takbir until the Imam go out for the Eid prayer. And you make the takbir in the masjid, in your house, in the market, any place where you can, and you do it loud. And we have said that you have to make ghusl for the day of Eid. It is recommended, highly recommended. There is nothing authenticated on the Prophet ﷺ, but it was narrated that he ﷺ, when do we take a shower for Eid? The best time is between So after you pray Fajr, you come back and you take a shower and you take your clothes and come to the masjid. The Sheikh is talking about a time of preference, not one of them is better than the other. In the explanation of the book of Muwatta for Imam Malik, Ibn Habib, the best time for the Muslim to do is to pray for Eid. So you eat a few days before you leave. So you eat honestly to say that Prophet never went out at the day of Fitr until he'll eat dates 3, 5 or 7. Also that you break your fast. So to purify yourself for Eid, to wear the best of clothes, to show the happiness. And we said there's a hadith of Ibn Umar where he took from the horse, he brought to Rasulullah. He said, buy it with this for the 2 Eids and for the people who come in. And in Bukhari he put a chapter of what you say in the days of Eid. Of course, because this garment or the clothes is from istabraq, which is an animal lived in Hungary. To purify yourself for the Eid, it is something that's authenticated by the Prophet ﷺ. Because there's 2 things that are forbidden on the part of their of my nature, of my followers. After that, a garment came to the Prophet ﷺ, and Umar, he sent it up to Umar and said, this is for you. So Umar said, didn't he say this is for someone who had no good clothes? And he said, take it as money and you could benefit from its value, or you could give it to one of your wives. And also then to come early for Eid prayer. The most important thing day of Eid is the prayers, and you should not be busy before that in anything. The first we start at the day of Eid that we pray. And from the Sunnah, if you came to the masjid in one way, make sure you leave or go back in a different path. So we could have more things to testify on your behalf that you perform the Eid prayers. But what is the status of the Eid prayers? There's a dispute between the scholars. Some who said that it is obligatory, just like Jum'ah, and some took it down a little bit by making it like a sunnah but you have to show happiness during this day, and to let the woman witness, testify. The best thing that she pray in her own house is better than Eid prayers. Even the Prophet ﷺ said, and someone said, oh, maybe she doesn't have a cover-up. He said, well, she could borrow one from her sister. She could keep going until she found clothes for herself. Atiyah said, the Prophet ﷺ ordered us that we go out in Fitr and all the, even the Ha'id, she don't have to be, they witness the goodness. The only difference for the ones with a period, that they need to isolate themselves from the actual prayers itself. And also we need to get used to bring all the young beautiful men with me. The Fiqh al-Bukhari, you know it, you know with it the summary of his knowledge from the so he wrote the Prophet ﷺ used to pray the Eid in the so that's why whenever someone comes to the masjid and the Eid prayer is established there, you have to pray 2 rak'ahs. There's no adhan iqama for its services. In the first rak'ah you make so you add 7 more in the first rak'ah, then it is 5. And the Sheikh is telling people which verses of the Quran they need to recite. Of course, you have to show happiness on that day. It is part of the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. He told Aisha to look at the people of Habasha while they are throwing and they are the one who's using that paper currency into Korean swan. And Aisha said that I did not want to wait to watch them. I was bored, but I just want them to come close so the wives of the Prophet they will know my status with the Prophet. And after that, to congratulate each other with the Eid, and you can say any statement that Allah will accept from you. There is no restrictions about the way you congratulate each other. The last thing, if Eid is Friday, those who prayed, he don't have to come for Jum'ah. But those who do not pray Eid, they must go to the masjid. We're open Friday and Saturday. So for those who do not pray Eid, they will find that Friday is open for them. الصلاة والسلام. هذا الحمد لله. So now continue tomorrow.